Good afternoon, teacher. My name is Eitan Valiente, and today I'm gonna talk about this topic, ethical issues related to technology and plagiarism. Today I'm gonna talk about what is the ethical issues in technology and what plagiarism is important and what it matters you don't go risk. And also I'm going to give you some personal tips and my favorite classes to be a better person when you use before it make a homework. So let's start. So firstly, we are going to definition of ethics in technology. What is the meaning of ethics in technology? Well, this refers to the moral principles. The moral principles are things we are learning before we go into class or to school. So this is guided to development of the technology because if you don't read these principles, you can also make a risk to go to plagiarism or stole somebody's work. So this is considering so human impact of technology advances, ensuring they are sure responsibility of benefits of society. But talking about plagiarism and what it matters, the also thinking about what is so important before you do a homework and when you finish it. So what the plagiarism is presenting for someone else who works an idea as your own. So this means you stole ideas from other persons or other works without giving the proper credit. This is called plagiarism. Take another ideas as your own. It informs an intellectual theft and the breach of academic integrity, and it matters because it undermines trust, originality, and the learning process. This could be a seriously problem if you don't put your references and cites. So let's continue to something about more superficial, the dark side of digital innovation. The digital innovation driving progress, the dark side with negative consequences like increased screen time, leading to certain lifestyles, cyberbullying, and privacy court there, you can also fear much more because if you stole information from another person, you can also be ascending like stole the information and the works and the other ones. So please be careful when you are making a homework because if you don't put the references, the sites, and other more, you can be commit plagiarism. In some cases, plagiarism can be to the jail. They are stealing data privacy issues like Facebook, Analytica, Cambridge, IA, generic content, and deepfakes. This will also be via content fake and copyright infringement online. Don't put your sites or references, as I say. So let's talk about the academic integrity and digital templation. The information is available online. There's a whole book, a whole road about information, but all information AI are wrong in the wrong way. It's because you need to put some together, and some words are making the plagiarism because plagiarism is not equal to paraphrase because are shortcuts but do not act the same way. But academic integrity means being honest, original, respectful to the other works because you don't like to do the wherever you want. Plagiarism might seem easy, but it is easy difficult, very, because if you make some serious consequences, like consequences to increase plagiarism risk, copy paste, lack time of pressure, academic integrity making nothing, and violations of the copyright. This is my academic journey because I'm going to talk about my academic. When I was in the academic, I felt sure to meet the deadlines, once copied without the proper citation, and learn the importance of academic honestly. This is the very important three tips you have to put yourself when you're making the homework. You need to see why, where, and who are making the presentation and where it goes. Because if you don't check the references, you don't the work is going to be put zero because you are not making the references and the sites in the properly. My preventing tips is use plagiarism checker like turning or Grammarly. Take notes and paraphrase carefully because some words you can change it. This is the original author. Manage time and start early as many people do it and ask for help to your parents, to your friends, to your companions, if only if you need it. No much. And always set your sources. And as I said, plagiarism is a very risk and you can go into the serious problem with law. And here I'm my biography teacher. So thank you so much for being here. And I have a here example of how you have to put your references. So please listen. I have to do it right now. And I like to show you. And thank you so much for see this. Goodbye.